Whenever fall rolls around and I go to the bookstore, I see all of the fall rom-com tables and find myself wondering, is their content as similar as their covers? Because you see their covers, they all have, you know, the typical two people, the leaves in the background, the same color schemes. And I often hear people say, oh, all romance books looks the same, especially with the rise of the cartoon covers. But as an avid romance reader, I know that their stories are all different and their content is unique and just have more depth than people think. So after a few years of mostly avoiding them while still reading a couple, I've decided that this week I will be reading 4 of the most popular fall books right now to put them to the test and see if they're really all the same. The first book we'll be reading in this vlog is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. We will be reading a total of 4 books, and you'll have to wait and see which ones are going to be the next, but first we will definitely be reading this. It's an anticipated book of mine, and this book has been described as When Harry Met Sally meets Gilmore Girls in a 1997 small town in Vermont. And I will say, I actually started it last night. I got to page 80 and 86 actually, chapter 6. And I'm really vibing with it. It is exactly what it is described as. Like, it is really giving me those Gilmore Girls meets When Harry Met Sally vibes in the best way possible. It's not trying to copy it, but the feeling it gives me is the same cozy feeling that those 2 pieces of media are giving me. And I don't have much to say so far because I'm not super far in, but it is amazing and I'll update you guys later. This book is honestly one of the cutest books I've ever read. I'm obsessed. Okay, little reading update. I'm currently, as you can tell, 50-ish% through the book. I'm really loving it. It is so good. It is so cute. Everything about it feels effortless. And I'm really loving, like I said last time, the Gilmore Girls When Harry Met Sally vibes. It really, like, it's giving those vibes, but in an effortless way. Like, it doesn't feel like the author is trying to shove those vibes down your throat. It isn't like forced. The author wasn't like, oh, I need to make this perfect, like the vibe, I need the vibes to be perfect, and writing it just feels like the author wrote the book, like the best book ever, and then it just so happened to have those vibes. And I'm really loving both of our main characters. Their chemistry is great as friends, and when there's moments that like you can tell that something's about to happen, like I feel like their chemistry would be great in a relationship that is strictly platonic but also in a completely non-platonic relationship. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go read some more. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna finish this today because I don't have a super busy day, and I mean, I'm loving it. It's fall and we have other books to get to, so of course I'm gonna finish it, not like in 5 days, although I would love to savor it. Good evening. I know the lighting is terrible, but I thought I would update you guys one last update before I'm done, because I'm basically I have this much left. I'm at page 380-ish out of 490. I have about 100 pages left. I am obsessed. It is so cute. There's more romance now and it is absolutely amazing. And yeah, just a quick update. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, but I know I'm gonna finish this tonight in bed. So I'm gonna go to bed and finish this. Hello guys, it is the next day and I have in fact finished If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, and it was a 5 stars. I absolutely adored this book so much. And actually if you've watched some of my videos in the past but you don't follow me anywhere, you might think that my reviews are usually like kind of like, oh, I love this was so cute, blah, 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 and then I talk about it for like 1 minute but not about the actual book itself, like not a critical review. But I've decided that I really want to work on, like in my reading vlogs, doing more critical reviews, since I don't really do that many wrap-ups anymore. And I am good at doing good for me, critical reviews on Instagram when I do ARC reviews and on Goodreads. So I've decided I'm gonna do a lot more critical reviews in a good or a bad way. So for this book, I not only loved the characters, the chemistry, all the side characters, the plot structure. I feel like the plot flowed really well. I loved how it was paced. Like, it felt fast-paced, but it didn't feel like we were rushing through any of the events. Like, there wasn't a time where I felt bored in this book. I was really enjoying every single moment, and I felt like the scenes were long enough that I was like, I'm getting all of the like information moments of the 2 characters that I want, but it didn't feel like it was getting dragged on. I feel like, I know a lot of people are like, we don't need a a romance book over 400 pages. This one was 480 pages, and it is the perfect length. I really, really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I loved the character development from the start, especially with our female main character. I felt like she kind of found herself throughout the book, found out like what a healthy relationship is like, realized a lot of things about herself and that maybe the life she always thought she wanted. She was like, oh, maybe I'm not as happy as I thought I was. It was really, really good. I'm trying to not say too much without spoiling, but yeah, I really think it was really well written as well. Like, you guys know I have my 5 stars that are like fun, silly 5 stars that like, maybe it wasn't the best writing, maybe the structure of the book wasn't the best, but I had the best time while reading it. Well, in this one, not only did I have the best time, but it was a super well written book. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you, like I said earlier, love the vibes of like Nancy Meyers, Nora Ephron movies, or Gilmore Girls, fall in Vermont, fall in New England, and just a good rom-com set in the 90s. Now, the next fall book we will be reading, I feel like this one is a classic when it comes to fall books. It is probably the most popular fall book. I think it came out 3 years ago, and that book is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. This one I'm really excited to start. I've never picked it up. I've been wanting to read it ever since I first heard about it, and I've had it downloaded on my Kindle once, but it was like, I think it was in the winter or the spring, and it was in fall. It was in peak fall moments. So yeah, hello, good afternoon. It is the next day. I've gotten about 105 pages through this book, which is a bit under 30%, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's cute, kind of like our characters. Like, I don't love it, but like, I knew this going in. It's gonna be it's not necessarily gonna be a 5-star read. It's probably gonna be more of a 3.75, like a good 3.75 or a 4 stars. Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the plot. It's a tiny bit slow, but I'm still having fun reading it. It's still a fun book, and like, I know I'm gonna have a great time. I think the thing I'm gonna love the most about this book and this series is probably gonna be the town. I really love the town and its characters, and it's really entertaining. That really gives me a Gilmore Girl vibes, like the town meetings. They have town meetings in this book, and it's really fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go read a bit more.
Blue sky, then violet rain, feeling the dirt shifts.
I think they're to kiss or have like a moment. I'm super excited.
Opening, closing, statements to phrase, radio channels, curses or praise, news and instructions.
Hello guys, it is about an hour later, isn't it? What time is it? It's now around 4. I got to page 249, and I'm liking it more than I originally was. Like, originally I was like, I'm kind of liking it, not necessarily loving it, but now I'm really enjoying it, having a fun time. I will say, it's definitely more of a predictable fall romance. Like, I can definitely tell what's coming. I'm having a fun time. I'm really loving the side characters. Like I said earlier, it's really one of the main parts of the book that I'm enjoying the most. Yeah, I have about 100 pages left, and I really, really like the male main character, Logan. He's really, really like a sweetie pie. We love him. He's cutesy. He's kind of like, he can have his grumpy moments, but then he's also the most considerate person on earth ever the next moment. So you're kind of like, wait, you're kind of giving me grumpy Luke from Gilmore Girls, and then the next second you're being the sweetest guy ever, which is kind of Luke, but he's less grumpy in general. He's kind of like, he has a grumpy surface, but he's a cute sweetie pie type of dude deep down. Let's go finish this, and then I'll update you guys with my review probably in an hour or 2. Bye! Hello, my pookies, my babies, whatever you guys want to be called. It is the next day, and guess what? I finished this book. I originally thought I was maybe gonna give it a 3.75, but as I was getting towards the end, I realized it gets a lot more of a 4-star for me. I really enjoyed it. I had fun. The main couple, I really liked them. I felt like there was maybe some points where they should have communicated better, but I feel like in general, I know that's a very like basic critique, but just there's a bit of miscommunication, which I didn't love. And I did feel like this book, I knew it wasn't gonna be a 5-star. Like 4-star I feel like is pretty good for this book. Like, it wasn't necessarily a masterpiece, but it was a fun time. It was quite predictable, some of the aspects of this book at like certain moments. So for sure, like at some points I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna happen. And usually I'm not good at predicting books, but in this book I was. So like the mystery aspect I was pretty able to predict, but everything else I really, really liked. I liked the chemistry between both of our characters. They were cute together. I loved them individually, but I think I'm super excited for book 2 because I saw which couple it was gonna be and it made me really excited for them. Like I didn't love the book, but I still really enjoyed it, so that's why it's a 4-star for me. I know my ratings are pretty high in general. That's just how I rate. Plot pacing was good. I don't feel like I got bored in moments. The writing wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad for a fall cutesy romance book. Like it was your typical predictable fall book, you know? Like it wasn't a masterpiece, but it wasn't like I didn't have a bad time. I had a great time reading it. It was fun, it was entertaining. So next, okay, sorry, my camera died, I'm back. But what I was saying is next we will be reading one of my most anticipated books of this fall, and that is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. Hannah Bonham Young this year has become one of my favorite authors of all time. I have only read her Out on a Limb and Out of the Woods series because I had like the wait on Libby for her other 2 books is more than like it's several months, like almost a year. So they're coming sometime soon and I will be reading it, but I read her 2 other books and I adored them. I don't own Out on a Limb, but I did buy Out of the Woods. I don't know which one was my favorite out of those 2, but Out on a Limb is really what sold me on the pregnancy trope, that like I'm a pregnancy trope fan. The book that convinced me to like it is Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake by Maisie Eddings, but Out on a Limb really confirmed it, and Out of the Woods was just an amazing love story. It is beautiful. It is about a couple kind of who have been together since they were teens and who have gone through so much together, kind of finding themselves as individuals once they're like really full-blown adults, and just such a beautiful love story. And I've heard some mixed reviews on this book, but I've also heard some people say, oh yeah, no, I didn't like any of her other books and this book really like solidified that I don't like her as an author. So I'm like, if I loved her other books, and some people who I do trust their book taste did enjoy it, I'm really hoping I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna go read it and I'll update you guys when I'm about 100 pages in. Bye! Hello guys, it is about an hour later. I'm coming to you guys from my dad's office because the couch is a lot comfier in here. Well, it's a bigger couch and he's at work today, so he doesn't need to be in his office. But I just got 100 pages into this book, and I will say Hannah Bonham Young. Well, actually I'm at page, I don't really put bookmarks in my books. Sometimes I just put a post-it note, like a little tab, like right here. I'm on chapter 10, page 105. And I know I've been updating guys at like page 105 or page 110 every book, but it's because I'm like 100 pages in is when I've had enough time to get thoughts into my brain like about the book. Because if you're only updating like 50 pages in, you don't have an opinion yet on the book. But so far I'm really enjoying it. It's giving me that Hannah Bonham Young vibe. Like the writing I'm really liking. I feel like it's quality writing in every single one of her books. It's like quality but relatable, you know what I mean? And now, as you guys could see by the chapter I showed you guys, they're about to start texting, and I watched an interview with Hannah Bonham Young saying like the texting, she wanted to make it super realistic, as like so that like as they're getting closer they're becoming less like strict about punctuation, stuff like that, and being like letting loose, which I really like. I haven't gotten to that point yet because I'm only 100 pages in, but I'm absolutely loving them. I am loving Milo. I'm relating to Prue on a very deep level, and I feel like she's gonna be very, very me. Like I'm gonna relate to her, I think, given the vibes that she's giving me. I love the fall vibes. It's not as fall vibes as like it's not as specifically like a fall romance as the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but it is still giving me the vibes enough that I'm like, this is a fall book, but it's not like fall is being like shoved in your face, you know? It's not like they're trying to like attack you with leaves. Anyways, all this to say, I'm really enjoying it. The writing is really nice. The plot pacing as well. I feel like she is really good at pacing her books well, and everything feels intentional in an effortless way. I literally know I said that about, I'm pretty sure I said that about If This Makes You Happy, but like it's the same thing. I love when books feel effortless, and this book is exactly that so far. I'm gonna go read more and I'll update you guys later. How she kind of like adds in moments of like really funny quotes in the sad parts. Like it's really emotional in some parts, but at the same time you're getting happy, funny moments, so it feels lighter. Like it feels like you're reading a funny book but also a tragic book. Well, not tragic, but just very sad. Guys, I am like an hour and 45 minutes into reading. Okay, I've been reading for an hour and 45 minutes. It's It's about 4 o'clock now and I'm already on page 225. Hasn't even been 2 hours. Well, 224. Hasn't even been 2 hours and I'm over 200 pages in. That's crazy for me. That doesn't usually happen. I'm at chapter 20 and what I will say is, like I told you guys I thought I would, I am very much relating to Prue on a deeper level. She is me. There's actually more things about her that feel like me a lot. I'm loving it. Milo. Okay, he is my dream man. What do you mean? He has like full like tattooed arms, bit of a tattooed chest, mullet, mustache, a bit of a stubble, and has a really good style and is just amazing with Prue. So I'm like, hey, so actually you wrote this book about me and my dream man. Like, it feels like she was actually hiding inside my walls, you know? Okay, that's weird. Anyways, I'm really enjoying it. I think it might be my favorite Hannah Bonham Young book so far. Out of all 3 I've read, it is probably my favorite and it's just so good. There's so many quotes I love inside this book and I love it so much. I can't explain how much I love it. It's so good. And it is probably gonna be a god tier book. Anyways, bye. Love you guys. I'll go finish this and then I'll review this book before dinner probably. Guys, after weeks of having my chair in the wrong place and filming always over there when on my reading chair, I finally put it back in its spot, so that's why I'm still sitting on my chair and I switched spots. But it is now about, I think it is, I don't know where I put my phone, but I checked the time like 2 minutes ago. Guys, it is not now like 5:15. I finished the book about 15-20 minutes ago. I wanted to leave some time to really have have good thoughts about the book, not just be in a like state of like, oh my god, I just finished an amazing book, but at the same time I wanted to have fresh opinions about the book. So this is why I'm coming at you now with my official opinions and thoughts on People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. This book was truly amazing. Chef's kiss. Hannah Bonham Young, you outdid yourself. You wrote an amazing book. I love it so much. Cue me as Chandler from Friends, like with the, you know the one. I'll insert it right here. But oh my god, I did cry. I'm not gonna lie, I did cry a tiny bit while reading the end of this book. It was so beautiful. I'm trying to find it, but for the first time in three years, I felt the absolute need to highlight a line, underline a line. I underlined in a book, I annotated a book for the first time in 3 years. Now skip to whatever time I put down here if you don't even want to quote from the book, but I feel like I need to read it. Now it is at page 256, but I feel like it doesn't really spoil anything because you know the characters are going to fall in love anyways. But here, still skip to this time place if you don't want to be spoiled or don't want to even hear a quote about the book. So, and the quote is, so it's like it's in Prue's perspective at first, so it's, so yes, Milo and I are in love, and no, we'll probably never admit it to each other, but how wonderful and tragic and lucky is that? And then you switch to Milo's point of view, because the other quote is at the end of a chapter, and then the first line in the next chapter is, it has occurred to me more than a few times, and somewhat against my will, that I am irrevocably in love with Prue. This book is officially one of my favorite books of all time. It is amazing. The writing in this book is absolutely beautiful. When you get to the poems and the actual like writing that Prue has done, amazing. The end, every single part of the book was amazing. There was a bit of conflict, but it completely made sense based off of what there is in the book. And yes, the characters make mistakes throughout, but it makes sense due to their trauma, but it's not excused because of their trauma. It's not like, oh, Prue did this, but she has trauma, it's fine. It's like, this character does this. It is because of their trauma, but they will work on it. Everything was planned out super well. The plot pacing was perfect. There wasn't one moment or one scene in this book where I was like, I don't know, the scene kind of feels boring, it should have been removed. The epilogue was absolutely perfect. And I love how Hannah Bonham Young seems to never like give in to what is in traditional romance books, like the plot structure or what is usually in an epilogue. She kind of does whatever the heck she wants to do. Everything about this book is exquisite and truly beautiful, and I recommend everyone goes and reads it, especially if you enjoyed her 2 other books. But please do not comment down that you didn't like it, because why would you do that? Once again, 5 stars, amazing, god tier. actually Infinity Stars. And now for the final book in this video, this book is Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish. Look at the sprayed edges. I am obsessed. I love it. I love how it's like, it's just a continuation of the cover, because like you see here the shelves. Oh look, it transfers into there. And then here, oh look, it's the brick wall again. And oh, it's the continuation of the pants and everything. Is it the, yeah, there is a continuation of the pants and everything. I'm super excited to read this one. I think it's gonna be still kind of similar to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like I didn't really read the book, but I've watched videos about what this, like about people liking the book and stuff like that. So I just know that it's a cute fall romance. I think he's a billionaire. I've never read a cute fall billionaire romance, so we're gonna vibe with it. I will update you guys tomorrow morning on where I'm at in the book. But yeah, good night, good evening. See you tomorrow. Anyways, you guys know what I mean. Bye, love ya. Hello guys, it is the very next day. I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna say it's the next day, it's the very next day, duh. All this to say, I started this last night. I'm really vibing with it. I got to chapter 16, page 152, and honestly, guys, I'm liking it more than I thought I would. I was expecting just your typical, like I said, fall romance. I was expecting it to maybe like it a bit more than like a Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but those were my expectations, like Pumpkin Spice Cafe-ish. But this book is really, really good. I really like the main characters. At first, like in the first 3 chapters, I wasn't really sure about our MMC because he was kind of a grumpy, but more of a jerk than a grump. But actually you get to his point of view and like, he's not really a jerk. It's just he one time said something because he didn't know how to, it was basically him freaking out because he's like, I just met the woman who I will marry one day and didn't know how to not sound like he was in love. And I'm not saying it to excuse it, but I will say he's redeemed himself very much since. I'm really loving it. Now I will say, if you are not a fan of insta-lovey books, you're not gonna like this. It's kind of insta-love. Like they knew the moment that they saw each other, they were like, oh my god. Like, cause basically she's been having these dreams where Mr. Dreamy, that's what she called him. It's this dude who was always in every single one of her dreams where she was with him and he was like her dream man, cause she's had really bad boyfriends. But for like years, she's had this like man in her dreams, and he's basically been he's always been in her dreams, recurring dreams. And then he arrives at the cafe. Who is he? He's Mr. Dreamy. And his sister predicted he was going to meet the love of her life right when he arrived in Cozy Creek, and she described what she would look like. Well, it's our female main character, Autumn. It's our FMC. So that's crazy. So like, I think their connection is instant because they just clicked. But so that's why I would say that it's definitely insta-lovey, and it's definitely not for everyone, but every now and then I really do love an insta-lovey book. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, it has one of my favorite tropes ever, which is fake dating. But you know, I'm definitely vibing with it. It is really cute. I thought I had read another book by this author and I was like, oh, I wonder like why the writing is so different. Yeah, it's because this is Lyra Parrish. I was thinking about Kyra Parsi, 2 different authors, but I am really liking it. I'm like, it's not a 5-star read, but it's really good. Like, it's a really fun reading experience. So I'm gonna go read a bit and I will update you guys very soon. Is insane, guys. I love him, but he's doing the billionaire thing of spending a crazy amount of money on something for the girl, and the girl is like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Update time. It is now 11 in the morning. I may or may not have blocked off the entire morning to binge this book because let's just say I'm obsessed. And I've been doing this thing where I've been spending my mornings reading if I have a reading vlog going on, and then I work until like 10 p.m. at night, but it's fine. That's the fun part of making your own hours, because you can decide to binge a book in the morning, but then you have to work a lot in the afternoon. Ooh, the light is creating a rainbow right now. Oh, that is so cool. Wait, let me take a picture. I included a video of it. It's so cute. Okay, so I don't know how I'm flying through this book, but I am. I got to page 299, chapter 32. I don't know how, okay? I don't remember the last time I binged a book this quickly, but it's not like as if I'm rushing through it. I'm just reading and not even realizing that I'm reading, and I'm going through the pages and I'm just reading it super fastly. Super fast. That is, fastly is not a word, but in an hour I read like 150 pages. That has not happened in over a year. But I will say, like, sometimes, no, it happens on my Kindle sometimes. But I'm usually more of a 100 to 120 pages an hour type of person. Well, it depends. If it's like a book where it's like a beautifully written masterpiece type of book, like People Watching by Hannah Bottom Young, like that, those types of books I read slower, so I'll read like 80 to 90 pages an hour. But these types of books where it's like, maybe the writing isn't the best, maybe it's not a masterpiece of a book, but it's a crazy fun time. These books, I read 100 to 120 pages an hour, and this one, I've been reading 150 pages an hour. I'm on, as I said, I'm on page 299. These two people are crazy. These people are crazy. I can't say what's happening without spoiling you guys, but when I said insta love, let's just say it's very insta love, and I am loving it. I think people who hate, like, I read some reviews, so I was like, I can't be the only one who's like really vibing with it, but I know people hate the insta love trope. So I went on Goodreads, and a lot of people were hating it because they were like, oh, like I really didn't like how like it was super insta lovey and stuff like that. But I'm like, I went into it kind of knowing it would be insta lovey, like that's how it was marketed online. So if you see that it's marketed as an insta love-ish type of book and you go into it and you read it, but you hate insta love, it's kind of your fault. Like, I went into it knowing it was insta love-ish. Like, it was very quick how they got together and everything. So going into it knowing that and expecting that, I'm able to enjoy this book even more. And I like the insta love trope sometimes, okay? Sue me, I like it. I like when the characters get together super quickly and it's just fun. And with these two like characters, with how they met, it makes sense. And if they were in their early 20s or stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, no, you guys are going way too fast. But they're in their mid 30s. They know that they're the one, even though they've been together for not a crazy amount of time. But it's just, if you read the book, you'll understand. I have this much left, but I am absolutely flying through it. I'm really liking it. It is a fun, chaotic, unhinged book. But yeah, I think, honestly, I might just finish this book now. I know I've been binging so many books in this video, but it's because every book has been a banger so far. So I will update you guys when I'm done this book. Hey guys, it's about 40 minutes later and I just finished this book, and I will say, like I said earlier, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I really vibed with it, honestly. It's the type of book where you can't read these types of book all the time because it's very, you know, like it would get repetitive and it would get kind of not boring, but just, you know, like I don't love to read insta love books super often, but when I do and I find a good one, I really like them. And this one I really like. It was a really fun time. And I think what I go into these types of books not thinking like they're gonna be a literary masterpiece, Pulitzer Prize winner, award winner book. Like, I know I'm not going in for the character writing and just the writing in general of an Emily Henry book if I'm going into a cozy fall romance that's on Kindle Unlimited. I knew that this is like, these are not the same types of books, and I fully know that, so I rate them differently. But this book is a 4.5 out of 5. I don't know if I said that already, but I really liked it. Was it crazy? Like, were they getting together crazy fast? Yes. Was the ending insane? Absolutely. But hey, I loved it. And if you love books where there's like a good 60 pages towards the end, 50 pages where it's just the characters being happy and going through life together after they finally got together. Like, it doesn't end when they get together. The book ends when they go through their lives. Both of their like personal issues have been resolved. Like they're like, they no longer, you know, have people who are creating problems and stuff like that in their lives. They have mended some bridges. Is that the expression? Anyways, like, I like when I get to see the couple interact together once they're finally together, because this solidifies that the couple is made to be together. And these two, honestly, I will say, they're kind of soulmates. I love them. It was super cute. It was a crazy fun billionaire cozy romance. Like, that is exactly what I wanted to. It's a bit spicier than what I would than the rom-coms that I usually read. Like, it's maybe more on the dark romance level of spicy-ish, but I'm just talking about the amount of scenes. So if that's not your thing, then this book might not be for you. But if you do like books that sometimes are a bit spicier than like the average rom-com, or like insta-lovey, cozy fun, this one is this one is for you. I also really love how unhinged our our MMC was. What I really love is when they're unhinged, they will do anything for their girl and they're gonna give her like anything. You know when the guy like is just, he'll be like, I will buy you anything, anything you want, it's yours. You say it, it's yours. And this is what, like, he just wanted her to be happy and wanted to give her the world, even 2 weeks after they met. And I just love them. So to answer the question I asked myself at the beginning of the video, the question was, if you need a little reminder, are all fall books the same? Well, the answer is no, honestly. And I will say, I did pick some that had some variety. Like, I didn't want to pick all the same, but sure, some were kind of similar. Like, I will say, it's still a fall romance, so the vibes will be similar. But surprisingly enough, all 4 of these books were really unique. Like, maybe the 2 that are more similar were probably more Fall I Want and the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like, these 2, I really thought it would be a copy-paste well, not copy-paste situation, but like extremely similar. Because it's both cafe settings in a small town, fall, with like a town where everybody knows each other. So you're kind of like, okay, yeah. Or even these 2, you're like, oh, kind of Gilmore Girls based towns. But no, honestly, I am pleasantly surprised. I usually stay away from reading too many fall romances, but I will definitely be reading more this fall. And if you want more videos like this, then please let me know. So yeah, the 4 books I read, just to give you guys a little recap. If It Makes You Happy was a 5 stars. Pumpkin Spice Cafe was a 4 star. And then we found another 5 star, which is crazy. 2 books that I adored. We have People Watching. And then lastly, of course, our most recent read, Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish, which was a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm on all the other platforms. It's all down below. And I will see you guys sometimes next week or the week after. But I love you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Bye!